Hi, I'm Phoebe from Saviour Records, and you are watching The Breakdown featuring Eyeglass.
Is it being filmed as well? Oh, cool. Nice.
Okay, Eyeglass at Wolverhampton Arts Center on the 10th of April. So, you guys have performed already, and you look a little bit but that was really, really good. So, you guys are one of the new frontrunners of Birmingham's screamo scene. Who influenced you or introduced you to the scene? What made you get into it? What was the...
We've got a handful of bands. I think Sam and Archie know more. My answer is I was like kind of into screamo like Thursday because I used to live with Sam, and then Sam got me into like a lot bigger and better bands like Seisha and stuff. I don't know if you guys want to talk more about Seisha and like Page 99. I don't know if that's...
No, I just agree with that.
Yeah, type shit.
For me,
Honestly.
actually,
Can we swear?
can you?
Are you the role of Doctor?
Sorry, yeah.
Oh shit!
That's an interview question, that is.
It's in the orange bag. It's in the orange bag.
The guy with duct tape.
We can talk more about that.
Look at the safe. Duct tape. It's in the Sainsbury's bag.
I'm just gonna edit like
in
a
the Sainsbury's
kidnap
bag.
person.
Duct tape's actually a big influencer, isn't it?
I love duct tape. No, yeah.
Duct tape, you know.
No, that's true. I definitely can't. I'm swinging out on my mic. Yeah, I'm the duct tape
You're the
guy.
one with duct.
He's a great man, guys.
James duct tape.
Yeah. Rapidly back on topic. Yeah, it's Seisha, it's Orchid. We played an Orchid cover tonight. We played Weekend at the Fire Academy, which Sam's friend Will really liked, and the band really liked, and that's about it. But it was for us. It was more for us. But yeah, it's Orchid, Seisha, Page 99, Thursday. Yeah, those are our big. At the drive-in, we used to cover at the drive-in at some of our first shows at Centrala, and everyone really liked that one, so we really like it.
Nice. Okay, so where do you see the local screamo scene going? Oh my god, I'm losing it. And like on a local scene and on a bigger scene as well.
I think it's really growing. All the people we talked to after gigs, like there was a guy, was it Gareth? Who booked the gigs at the Dive?
Yeah, that was the one in Dive Bar,
Yeah,
right?
Gareth at Dive. So he used to be in a screamo band in like the early 2000s, and he was like, yeah, I've seen loads of upcoming screamo bands recently, and we're just one of them. We played a show recently with the band Letters Never Sent, who are a really good screamo band. We played with them at the Sunflower Lounge last month, and maybe it was a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I come from like a more pop rock scene in.
Cam hates them.
Yeah, Eyeglass.
You
Stuff.
make that.
Yes. So I'd been expecting this, what we were making with Eyeglass, to be a lot more niche than it ended up being. Like, I didn't think we'd be playing as many gigs as we are, or
Playing this stage.
yeah, or playing a stage like this big as well. We had some amazing gigs at the Sunflower Lounge here as well. Just so, I've actually think the scene's moving really positively.
It's healthy and it's growing, definitely. Lots of new bands. Lots of people seem to really fuck with us. That's good.
So I really like the title of your song, Sunsets and the Treatment of Burns. How did you come up with such poetic out lyrics? Oh, I got that wrong.
So,
Are you going to take this one? You didn't write this one.
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You did. No,
Speak nothing of this. Cam, say your piece.
This one was actually there's nothing deep about where this came from. It was the name, like the title of I do biomed at uni, and the title of a lecture slide was on like some historical treatment, was onions and the treatment of burns. I thought, and the treatment of burns looked really cool. So then it just turned into the sunset and the treatment of burns.
Speak quick.
Yeah, just keep going.
We really should have kept the Onions title, I
All the
think.
Eyeglass family.
Yeah, they're all in Eyeglass too. It's
I was pushing to keep the Onions title. I thought it was stupid enough.
There is a not so parallel universe where it was called Onions and the Treatment of Burns, which would have been way funnier.
It was just this, like I say, it was just this phrase that came up on a lecture slide. I just took a photo of it and I was like, new song title, and expecting it to not get taken seriously, and then it was. And then we were looking for a word to replace onions, and again, I just came up with sunsets because I thought it sounded nice and melancholic.
Also, I like it because it's a shout out to My Chemical Romance, and I love My Chemical Romance.
Sunsets over Monroe.
Everyone, go, 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 go!
No, it's alright.
I'm sorry. We need to keep it. I loved it.
That's a huge.
I love King Diamond.
It's got a massive. Yeah. But yeah, that was how we did that song title.
Nice. Okay, there seems to be a lot of deep meaning behind your lyrics and the song's titles as well, because you've also got Your Body There headline, which I really like the title of as well. So like, what's your creative process? What's the writing process? How's that like?
Yeah, that's a much better song title to be asking about.
Yeah. I don't know. It was I have an interesting lyric writing process where, because I used to write kind of music, but I was never much of a lyricist. I was never much of a vocalist.
We can tell.
Yeah, I know, you still can. Yeah. So all my vocals and lyrics always serve the song first, and then I come up with the meaning later. So it's a bunch of syllables that I write out first and make sure that fits the backing track, or doesn't in an interesting way. And then I just add lyrics to that, and then at some point a meaning just kind of comes out of it.
And let's give some credit to our guitarist Sam, who actually does all the work and writes the songs for us.
Yeah, Sam writes them.
Yeah, round of applause for Sam.
I'm in the early days of Eyeglass. I'd like just join the group chat, and every other day, like the second I'd finished my parts to one of his demos, I'd see another 3 had been uploaded to SoundCloud or something crazy like that.
Yeah, Sam was an absolute machine. Sam is an absolute machine when it comes to writing.
Now he's got a job and he's boring.
Back when he was between jobs.
Yeah, honestly, take me back.
Not hoping to get fired, but
it's for the good of the band.
Okay, so you've spoken a lot about your influences and like what got you into this, but if you each had to pick one artist, if you can't pick one, then I will let you pick more, dead or alive, to appear alongside in like a festival lineup, so you can hang out with them backstage, you might be able to play with them on stage, etc., etc. Who would you pick and why?
Katy Perry. No. I'm in. That would be funny as hell. Honestly. My instant go-to is Jeff Rickley from Thursday, because I just adore that man. See, I've got his book. I'm an absolute super fan for Jeff Rickley, but everyone else is going to have different answers because they do not fuck with him as much as I do.
I would definitely say Seisha, I think. Yeah, they're just big influence, drumming wise as well. Yeah, I love them a lot.
You got an answer, Sam?
Yeah, probably At the Drive-In or one of the spin-off bands, so Sparta or Mars Volta. I think that would be good. Just loads of good music there and interesting people.
this might seem a little less niche in comparison, but I think just Metallica, because they're them too, but no, Metallica just because I think, especially if I could get like the early line with Cliff Burton in, so just because he's probably one of my biggest influences playing bass, like using overdrive. I actually first got a bass to learn For Whom the Bell Tolls, so I think that'd be cool just to chat to them, and I feel like it would help me learn a lot about bass.
I think another, not really emo thing, but like Dillinger Escape Plan or something, because just the chaotic energy is what I really want from this band. And yeah.
I think Piss Goblin is a good shout.
Okay, cut that out.
I swear half of these still play live. Guys, let's make it happen. A festival with all these bands.
Well, we'll just walk in with a smile.
Well, Cliff Burton back from the dead could be a bit.
Well, a bit of an iffy one, that one, but
yeah,
we'll figure it out. We're a clever bunch.
Nice, that's all I've got. So thanks, guys.
Nice, thank you.
That would be a good shout.